Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the June 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. Scorpio, in column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at general what's coming for June. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you at the end. But let's jump in and get started again. Column number 1 is what's wrapping up and coming to a close the last few weeks or month. We have a summary affirmation card of I am connected. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Scorpio, it's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to zoom in really close. But if you look, there's all these little lines coming off of this person's head. And those are all different types of connections. So this could be connected to your spirit, to your heart, to your feelings, to the ground, to the earth, to your animals, to your friends, to your family. All of those connections, and there's so many of them, and it's so easy to get disconnected because, again, there's so many of them. But I feel like you were in a really nice, well-rounded, connected place, so likely you really felt and were able to lean in on those connections as well. So, love the connected card. Get off my soapbox now, but let's see what messages we have. Again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Okay, first up we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is very much so a card of circle of support. So again, playing in really nicely with that connections card. This is also a card of family and friends. So again, nicely connected into our family and friends card. This can also be a card of celebrations. So you could have been around family and friends for a celebration purposes these last few weeks. But again, all nice things tying into those connections. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of patience, delayed success, waiting. You see this person planted their pentacles and now they're waiting for them to grow. It does seem like there was some waiting energy these last few weeks. I'm hoping when we clarify, I can confirm if we are still waiting or maybe that's past for you. But it does seem like there's something we're waiting on here. And then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is a card of respect. It's a card of leadership, so taking the lead on something. This is also a card of strategic planning. I feel like some of you might have done some like mid-year goal setting, something along those lines. There's something that you have been planning. Planning is the key word here that I'm hearing. But of course, let me clarify and see what other content I can give you or context I can give you here. First up, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card. This is like luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gains, pleasures. Again, these are the celebrations. So there was something we were out celebrating, something we were out doing with friends and family, which is really wonderful. It could have been like a luxury, financial gain, but again, the pleasure is driving it. So some sort of success, I think that's leading to that celebration. The next card that we have is the Five of Wands. So I think there's some of you could still be in this waiting period. I see some worry, I see some angst around it. That's what the Five of Pentacles is. I would encourage you to keep waiting out whatever this is though. I'm thinking this connects into the Emperor, into the plans. It's not that you need to wait to plan, but it's almost like, okay, this happens, then some time passes, this happens, and some time passes. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's fine to have the plan, I just don't know if it'll go into effect right away, I guess is what I'm saying. Hopefully we'll get some more clarity on that in our next column as we look into June. But I can see some worry, some angst around it, but I wouldn't be because I don't think... This isn't like a permanent wait, if that makes sense. I'm actually kind of surprised to still see that some of you might be waiting. The next card we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew, recover. So again, while we're in this period of waiting, you should be doing those things. Resting, retreating, renewing, recovering, getting ready for this next move. Again, we have the plan. Maybe the time isn't quite exactly right to get started on the plan, but this is like saying there's things you could be doing to get ready still. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general peek at what's coming for June. We have the card, I Feel Lost. What's that saying? Not all that wander are lost. Being lost isn't a bad thing. So with the Lost card, well, let me back up. I feel like it's impossible to know where you're going and what you're doing at all times, just to be honest. So some people make it look easy. Some people make like they have it all together. But being lost is not necessarily a bad thing. The nice thing about this card too is if you look, this person's like cracking open the seashell and there's light shining through. There's also all these schools of fish and seahorses and whatnot to lead forward. Moral of what I'm getting at here, it's okay to feel lost. You're going to get the guidance you need. You'll find the guiding light here soon. But there could be a period where you're not quite sure. You could be feeling a little lost. But don't fret. Don't worry. Let's take a look though and see what cards we're coming up with for June. First we have the Temperance card. Love Temperance. This is a card of balance. This is a card of harmony. Those are things that we need more of always. We always need more balance. We always need more harmony. This is a card of patience though too. So again, if you're feeling like you're lost, patience is kind of key. Waiting it out. There's this undeniable sense that you will get the information that you need, the guidance that you need. So enjoy being lost. Go enjoy and wander as we patiently wait to get the guidance that we need. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a super busy card. When I see it, it's like we're juggling lots of different things. This is going to take some of the angst away from the lost energy as well, because you're going to be busy doing other things. So you might be lost, but you'll be kind of preoccupied with other things in the moment. This is also like multitasking, weighing options, prioritizing. And then at the bottom here, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is also a patient card. So you have two cards that have a literal meaning of patience. So again, when you get lost, don't worry. Just patiently wait it out. But this is a card of being reliable. This is a card of hard work. So it's like your hard work will pay off. So I don't think any of you are going to be lost for long. And again, you're going to be busy doing other things. So you might even really feel that you're lost. It might be an after sight or a reflection afterwards. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. It's new projects, it's new creative ideas, it's new things we're working on. I like these because these new things are keeping you busy, one, but also giving you a nice sense of balance and harmony. So although a lot's going on, you don't feel scattered, you don't feel run down or worn out. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of new income. Perhaps this is what we're feeling lost for. Perhaps this is what we are patiently waiting for. But again, we're busy doing other things, so it's going to fill that kind of lost time. But I like to see this. We're moving towards something that we want. And at the bottom here, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is, again, that celebration. So we were talking about with the Knight of Pentacles, all that hard work, getting across the finish line, being able to celebrate. So again, I feel like you're too busy to even realize that you might be a little lost at this point. And by the time you get there, you'll be past the finish line. So I like it. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. I know we talked a little bit about money there. But to kick things off, we're going to start with a quick money card. It says, your vibrational connection to abundance shifts based on the company you keep. Surround yourself with those that believe in the healing and flow of financial freedom. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses we run, investments we have, anything that you associate with money. First, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card, Scorpio, is a card that's always favorable for you, which I love. This is a card of clarity. This is a card of making a decision. This is also a card of living your life's purpose. So I feel like there could be more fulfilling work coming for you soon if you don't already have fulfilling work. But it's almost like this was clarity on what was fulfilling, what your purpose is here. So nice kind of epiphany, I think, almost happening in these next few weeks. The next card we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is, of course, a love card. It means partnership, deep love, strength together. And you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, we're talking about money. This does indicate a decision typically. So anytime we have two of something on a card, it's an indicator of a decision. So I do think there's a decision that needs to be made. I would almost tie it back to the fact that we need to, now that we have clarity of what's fulfilling, what our life's purpose is, this could be a decision to kind of shift to make sure that we are executing on this. And at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a very busy card. We talked about some busy energy before. I think work is going to be busy as well. But it's like non-committal energy connected to this. But I'm not surprised to see the non-committal energy because, again, I think there may need to be some shift. Because I think we have clarity now. We have new feelings now, and maybe we're not doing work that we're feeling super fulfilled, or we know it's not part of our life's purpose. So we're not super committed. We're kind of going through the motions. Hence why I feel like there's going to be a shift or some change with that Lover's card. Let's take a look at our clarifiers. First up, the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. It's putting in the hard work, but it's waiting there. Again, I feel like you've been going through the motions. You've been doing good work. You've been successful in the things you're doing. But it's like, again, we're realizing now it's not fulfilling. It's not part of our life's purpose. But it took time to figure that out. The next card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's fresh hope, taking chances, new paths, adventures, beginnings. Again, we're going to make the decision to go after something bigger and better and more fulfilling here, Scorpio. The next card that we have is the Empress. Love the Empress. This is a card of creation. So again, being able to create this new reality, create this area or this work that's fulfilling for yourself that you can then be committed to. This is also abundance, which is good. We like abundance when it comes to money. But again, this is now knowing what you know and kind of creating the future accordingly. Let's take a look at our next column, though, which is anything related to love. We're going to start with a quick love message here. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. First, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is an interesting one in terms of love. I feel like, I don't know if I want to say this correctly here, Scorpio. So the King of Wands can very much so be of like being in a position of power, but it's not necessarily like a position of power in a relationship, if that makes sense. So I think this is a good thing. Let me start with that because that might not have sounded that positive and I meant it in a positive way. The best way I can describe this is like kind of power couple vibes. So if you're in a relationship, I think we're in a really good relationship. Again, kind of power couple type vibes. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like you're still giving that kind of power vibe though. Like we're doing really good. I guess that's what I'm trying to boil this down to. We're in a good, strong position here. Relationship or single. The next card that we have is the Sun card. The Sun card echoes that message. Maybe not kind of the position of power, but the feelings behind it. So the Sun card is a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. Again, there's a lot of joy, happiness, success. You're making power moves, hence the power couple, so that ties in nicely with the success. Looking at the bottom here, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. I do think things are going to keep happening pretty fast, so do expect that you're going to have to make a couple fast-paced moves. But that's what happens when you're that power couple or that power person. You're always making those big moves. Let's see what other clarity or information I can give you here. First up, we have the Magician. The Magician is a card of turning your visions into reality. Again, I'm glad I said power couple because that's it. It's like you know what you want and you're going after it. or you can be a power individual. You don't have to be a power couple, but it's like whatever you want, you're continuously turning these visions into reality. It is kind of causing this hustle and bustle. There's a lot happening, but it's not a bad thing. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords. You see both this horse and rider are moving very quickly. Things are going to keep coming at a fast pace. Again, you're making those power couple moves, so they happen quickly, Scorpio. And at the bottom here, we have the Judgment card. The Judgment card we were just talking about. This is like your life's purpose. Getting the things done that you want to get done. Getting where you want to be. Being who you want to be. So continuing to take that action and change. Again, I feel like this is good vibes whether you're single or in a relationship. But again, it's those power couple vibes. It's getting shiz done. Okay. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. Pulling a quick summary affirmation card. We have the card, I am destined. So there's something that's destined to happen. There's something you're destined to complete these next few weeks or month. But let's see what additional information we can get here. So first up we have the Page of Swords. I typically don't like the Page of Swords because it can be a little dramatic, it can be a little gossipy, but this is actually coming through as the opposite. I feel like this is you finding out some piece of information that you need, Scorpio. The next card that we have is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is about being very solid, practical, and wise. I'm not surprised to see this. It's easy to be very clear thinking and very decisive when, again, we have the knowledge that we need in hand, so it seems to be the case. The King of Pentacles is typically an investment card too, and this ends up being a really wise, valuable investment. So it's like you have the information that you need to make the move, to make the practical, wise decision or investment. And at the bottom here, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So we already kind of mentioned it. It was like this investment or this decision will be wise. It will be successful. But you have the Six of Wands echoing that message at the bottom there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our clarifiers, though, and see what other information I can give you. First, we have the Devil card. Anytime I see the Devil card, it's like overdoing something, overanalyzing, overthinking, overdoing anything. So I feel like it's easy to overanalyze, overthink in this situation. Wait till you have the information. Once you have the information, then use it. But it's like I wouldn't speculate too much before you know all the details, because you can kind of get caught up in the what ifs or the cycle of overthinking when you really don't need to. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. This is very much so a clarity card. Again, you're going to have the information that you need to act solid, practical, wise, make that good decision, make that good investment. There's not going to be a lot of unknown, so stay away from that cycle of worry or what ifs if you can. And at the bottom here, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, and you can really kind of rest assured knowing that it's going to be so successful there with that Six of Wands at the bottom. Okay, now Scorpio, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 8 of Diamonds. This is number 44 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 7 of Diamonds. This is number 38 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 2 of Hearts. This is number 19 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes for you. We're also going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of June. Your crystal this month, Scorpio, is Garnet, which is good for crisis management, help solve chaos, really gives you your confidence and your power. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, the practice of forgiveness is the most important factor in the healing of ourselves. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope you have a wonderful June.